morning. This is Michael from Stormbringer magazine. I'm here today with Alex and Victor from Entombed. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
As you can probably hear, it's raining very heavily today, so we already got some tea and coffee for you guys. So this is the first time I think in 4 years or 5 years that you're playing Austria again. It's been quite some time that we've seen you. I've never seen you on festivals. Is this first festival tour that brings you to Europe?
Good question. Don't really remember when we were here last. Were we here last year?
I can't remember. Didn't we? We did a tour with Volbeat. Did we Austria then?
Yeah, I think it's Austria, right? Yeah, we did. So yeah, but that was we supported Volbeat. That was the last time we were here last year. That was like probably like a festival because it was 11,000 people in one room. I don't know how many people are here tonight, but that was crazy.
The festival is sold out, so there should be a couple of people coming, and you're playing in the tent, I think, and that was pretty packed yesterday, so I think you will have a good time there.
Yeah, sure.
Good sound and everything, so it should be fine. Normally, if a band tours, they got a new album out. With you guys, there doesn't seem to be any album on the horizon. There hasn't been for quite some time. Why is that?
We're just taking our time, getting the pieces together properly this time. Just want to make sure that it's a really good album, and I mean now we have a complete lineup again also, and a lot of fresh new blood as well, and so it's gonna be fun to create something new now. And
But on the other hand, it's not many bands that can pull off like 4 years of touring from an album, still doing festival seasons year after year, and some need to do a new album every year, every second year. But to me, it's really impressive to take your time to release an album when you want to and when you feel you are up for it.
You mentioned new blood. Does the new blood also bring new pieces to the puzzle?
yeah, definitely. Otherwise, it wouldn't be interesting either. You know, so that's definitely.
Still, there are some bands that are just like one person show. Let's put it that way. Who does all the songwriting and all the lyrics, and then just takes on some session musicians or whatever, and does the tour, earns the money, kicks them out, goes back again, goes to the studio, makes another album. That is probably not your style of working.
I mean, I don't know which bands you talk about, but they're probably not the best bands in the world either. So usually to create something good, it's usually, even if it's a solo artist where it looks like it's one person, it never is one person if it's going to be good. So it's definitely something that we want to get the group together and get a strong foundation to create something good. That's the goal here. So
Yeah, I really agree on that as well. It's really so much easier when you have like a force, of 5 people, as in this case, and everyone has the same goal and everyone is striving for that. So it's much easier to have, the energy and focus of 5 people than just one. So that's always a good thing then.
Let's talk about the pieces some more. What can we expect? Where will those pieces land you music-wise? Where will be this theme of the overall thing? Do you plan, or are you planning to do sort of some bands try to tell a story? Is Entombed trying the same? Will it be more like the let's call it death and roll stuff of former times? Will it be modern stuff? Will there be influences we have never heard with Entombed before?
we'll just concentrate on great. That's it's too limiting to have it be just. Of course, we will focus but I tend to focus more on just not try and do a great to focus on too much at the same time. It's like we're gonna make a great album or that. It's like, okay, let's try and make one great song to start with, and then we'll take it from there. And then because I mean we have a pretty broad palette of things we can do, and we'll try and find a place for anything. I mean, because we enjoy everything from like the fastest death black metal stuff to whatever. So it just the songs that we will come up with, we'll just have to find a space for them to some stuff might be an album, some stuff might be a single, some stuff might be I think it's kind of boring in a way to just think album, especially when nobody seems to really create the classic albums anymore, and a lot of people don't even buy them anymore. I think we all love albums also, of course, so I just want to take it, okay, so we'll do that, and we'll do anything else we like, if it is to record our favorite cover songs. I mean, there should be a place for that as well, just to I just want it to be, I mean, all this, you said it's been 4 years or so, and I feel that we have so much creativity in the band, and so many things that we could all put under this roof of things that we like collectively, that there's room for a lot of things. And what I want to do is like really for us to find a way to channel all our creativity, and also like make it the best and the greatest it can be, and by that I don't mean like, yeah, sure, it's sounding good and good songs, but also if it could be maybe fitting for one song or an idea or a project to be like a really, it could be great because it sounds like a really raw demo, and that's the way that song or project should sound. That's great for that thing. So I think with the channels that you have available, everybody's got them available now. Nobody really needs. I mean, everybody's got their own broadcasting, whatever, if they want to. So you can really show out everything. For us, it's just a matter of getting the pieces, the foundation together, so we can just start like doing things now.
And for us, I think music-wise and genre-wise, we are at a point that we don't really consider this part to be extreme death metal or something. We just kind of feel like, oh, this is like good part, and this is another good part or thing we like. And it's not, I remember like growing up, it was very focused on this is extreme music, extreme like death metal, and this is my thing, and everything except that is something totally different. And now it's just good music is good music. So we still are into heavier stuff, and we're gonna put out a heavy extreme record in a way, but it's not that we have to stick to something there or just something there. We can do whatever we feel is the best thing for us.
Considering extreme, what kind of music would you consider to be extreme at the moment? Like, for example, in black metal, there has been everything. From the 80s going on to nowadays, we have seen everything. We have seen the cutting, we have seen the self-mutilation, we have seen some really extreme lyrics, some extreme performances. How can you still be extreme nowadays?
Two thoughts. First, a Norwegian band called Shining has released an album called Black Jazz, and that's like jazzy metal-ish fusion. Really cool, really intense, but really interesting and musically great. But also you mentioned the other day that to have, like in rock metal scene now, to have like a Christian symbol or something like that, it's much more provoking than to have an inverted cross or pentagram. It's almost gone all the way now, so you can provoke with the things that is the opposite that you know.
Yeah, like for me, it's more about also like so extreme would be or different in a way today would be to make it rememberable for to stand out to stand it could be played side by side with everything else that people put on when they don't want to show off that they have, you know, they're into the latest thing, you know, when they're just gonna relax and drink a beer and listen to stuff that they can nod their head to. Then that's, you know, to be extreme you have to like create stuff that is extremely good. So you're not like just part of the extreme trend that is, you know, because that gets kind of all trends tend to like just die out, and then if you're lucky there's maybe one or two names or a song or something that will remain from that. So that would be the, you know, the extremes of the extremes. It would be just, you know, the good parts, and that's more of a challenge to create something that will be stand the test of time, and that's really where I get you know, the energy to just strive to want to, because you always feel like, oh, you know, you can always be better, it can always sound better, it could always have better songs, you could always have, and then, you know, to be, I don't think anybody tries to be, I mean, everybody that does this for whatever reasons they do it are usually pretty dedicated, so I don't, you know, I think, yeah,
especially on a day like this,
to do this and, you know, to get up on stage at like 11 in the morning with full, you know, corpse paint and stuff. I mean, they're obviously dedicated to what they're doing, so that's just, that shows a lot of heart, which is really cool, I think. And what I want us to do is just be they just make great music, and then if it's, you know, whatever people want to call it, they can call it, as long as it's, because I know, I mean, most people, even though they're into whatever music they're into, I mean, everybody likes great music, you know, and at the end of the day, it's like toothpaste. Everybody likes it because they like to brush their teeth, and everybody likes food, you know, like those basic things. You can't take that away from anybody, you know. So everybody's got heart, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's it's all over the place. But that's what I, when it's like talking about music, it gets kind of complicated for me, because I don't really feel that you can pinpoint it down to one thing. For me, it's everything, and music is just one part of the arts, you know. It's but it's a very emotional part for a lot of people. It brings a lot to just, you know, one line of a lyric or one, you know, it's so connected to where you are when you hear something, and that, you know, it's more about what happens in your head. So even that's why even, you know, one person can think like, oh, what the fuck are you listening to? That's just noise. But for somebody that's you know, used to it, or, you know, you think back of where you were when you heard it the first time and how you got to learn this music, and it's your own, and that's what makes it, you know, that's also extreme quality. So you can go everywhere with the extremes, and I kind of feel that we fit in pretty well in all areas. I mean, one part where we haven't really done we haven't done any extreme ballads, because those are yet to be like to have them, but at the same time, everybody, even in the most extreme music, love like a good horror movie theme, for example, and they're really melodic, and, you know, like, so it's, if you do it right, you can do anything, and that's, I mean, as you said, most things have been done in one, you know, to sound the worst or the fastest, and so you
kind of did it on the Right album, you know, the DCLXVI piano part. It's kind of a horror theme.
Like taking it half the way, you have an instrumental piece, everybody's doing that kind of, but to actually go all the way and do what I mean is like, even though you're totally extreme, everybody loves like good soundtrack music, for example, or it's.
The Exorcist comes to my mind. This piano theme, everyone knows it.
Exactly, that's.
Know where it's from, but they know what you're talking about and everything.
And so that's kind of, or like Mikko was saying, he heard some band had a Star Wars intro today. I don't know what band it was, but yeah, and that's kind of, and I said like, yeah, that should be our goal. You should be able to play an intro like that, and instead of when you kick in when you're set, instead of it going from da da da, the big thing to like once you start playing your music, it should go from that, and then when the intro stops, you should keep going, and that's like to be extremely good. I think and it's really hard to do because you have the best people in the world with their they playing their instrument for forever, and it's probably spent millions of time and money on creating that piece of music. So it's a tough challenge, but that's kind of where I feel that we're trying to set our bar, and that's probably something you shouldn't tell anybody, because then everybody will just say, no, you didn't make it, you were aiming for that, and like, nah, but that should be because you want to be able to have an intro like that, but you don't want it to nosedive straight after when you kick in with your set. You should keep going, because an intro should be like an introduction, and then you should fucking take off. And I'm sure we do the same thing when we've had the Star Wars intro, and the same thing probably happened for us. It's like it's like so good, and then you start sounding like shit when you start playing or something, or so. But that's the goal.
I thought about setting the bar really high and all the expectations, as you said earlier, with people in the extreme music scene are so dedicated, so that I don't think anyone who is into extreme music, making a living out of extreme music, is doing it for anyone than themselves, actually, because it's cost so much to do this, and try to make the best out of it, that you need to do it for yourself, and that you need to really love it and have fun and have this urge that you have to do it no matter what. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if someone somewhere you never met didn't really like the thing you have produced, because you actually made it for yourself. You wanted to do it. But it's really cool if someone else likes it as well, though. But
But still, if let's say, for example, the new CD is coming out, whenever that's gonna be, and someone there's one song that really stands out, and someone is using that as an intro for their show, and you are there in the audience, for example, that as a musician, that would mean that first of all you have sort of reached your bar, but wouldn't that set the bar even higher?
Yeah,
it'd be a cool thing, though. It'd be very,
That's what keeps it going, because the minute you get satisfied and start thinking that you've created the final piece of music, there's nothing after that, then it dies. You can't really, but, and the good thing is that will never happen, because there will always be, always be, yeah, I mean, people, I think I read somewhere that they wanted to shut down, the thing when you have the, what's it called, that patented, when you have an invention. Yeah, I think they thought that they had to shut that agency down in like the 1800s or something, because everything was already invented, so there was no use to have it anymore. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I think there's, there's always things you can do. There's always, something that can be better.
In art, when are you, if you drawing, making a painting. When are you done? When is the last,
Best painting that has ever been done.
No, when you finish a painting, when can you say that you're done already, or can you do like little extra thing there? So it's same with music. It's so you can always add stuff, or do less or more, or it's really interesting work and art form in a way. You can do so much with it.
Okay, so to wrap this up, which band would you like to play your music before the next show?
As an intro for another band.
As an intro.
Interesting. Yeah, actually. Yeah, Morbid Angel.
Morbid Angel.
Or maybe like Morbid Angel and or AC/DC would be cool as well. Maybe it's not gonna happen though, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
Same.
George Lucas.
Oh yeah.
Okay. On this bombshell.
We return the favor.
Thanks a lot,
We
guys.
use some of our songs for his next
For the next Star Wars movie,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna hear Entombed in the soundtrack.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot. I hope you have a good show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.